More Persona. We're back. I am here. I'm taking a moment so I can get everything set up properly. Because, you know, I don't do that beforehand. Uh-oh. I'm having some technical difficulties. Oh no, that's bad. Why is it not letting me tweet? Uh-oh. Did I get like banned from tweeting or something? Hang on. That's weird. Uh, yeah, it won't let me send a tweet, so I'm just gonna send some stuff out on Discord. That's weird. And real quick, I am just going to... I want to test something. Oops. I'm trying to do some stuff, but it's not working. I thought there was a way you could like... Is this good content yet? Am I doing it? I don't know what I'm doing. I think my Twitch isn't connected to my Discord. Interesting. I'm so confused. Oh. Is that why you're not letting me do stuff? Yeah, let me try. I'm totally wasting time that I don't need to be doing, but hey, here we are. Here we are, wasting time that I could be spending, you know, playing the game. Oops. Close that. That was nothing important at least. Okay, let's see. Technology sucks. Alright, whatever. I'll figure it out another time. So now let's actually play the game. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I have to act like an honest student. Okay, so real quick. We had some requests, didn't we? Or did I take care of all those? I took care of all those. I don't think I have a movie because I haven't been able to... Am I now... Is it not gonna let me do anything? Let's not do that today. Fine, I'll go to sleep. You don't let me do anything anymore, Morgana.
so sleepy.
I feel that.
I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last
Oh,
day.
crap, I was in the middle of exams.
Staying up studying?
Nah, I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it, it was morning.
Me. You're failing for sure.
It'll be fine. Nobody's expecting anything of me, so I don't gotta worry about grades.
You should still like go for good grades, dude.
Morning.
Let me guess, pulling all nighter.
Look who else is yawning.
Exams are almost over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across
Was,
the finish
was there
line.
phone ringing in the background?
Impressive, Lady On. You're quite different from the stupid monkey I know.
They did the exact same thing.
It's tiny compared to mine.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
What was that?
Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember. Huh? Am I imagining things?
Do you need the bathroom?
Huh? No!
Like it was
You see a groper or something?
No! That's not it. It's... nothing.
what day? I tell you, I don't actually know what day it is today. Shoes.
Oh my god! That guy got off!
Gross.
That's bad. Hey, at least act like you care.
Fine. Come on.
We went from me not talking because I'm trying to do stuff to me not talking because I'm watching the cutscenes. Surprise attack!
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that...
Is there something you want?
That's my line! You are the one stalking me!
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've
I
been...
feel that's something most stalkers say. It's like, I wasn't stalking you.
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car. So this is where your passion led. All is well.
I know that
all is
voice.
well.
What? I know that voice actor. I've heard that before.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
Okay...
Oh, that... He...
What?
You're the woman I've been searching for all this
Cal
time.
Herbert.
Please,
Cal Hebert, my bad.
won't you
Wait a minute,
be the model for my next art piece?
He's been in like a lot of stuff.
Model?
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking.
Remember, Yusuke's voiced by,
You unlike anyone else.
was voiced by Matt Mercer.
Suspicious.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me?
Oh, sorry, the unforeseen boy is voiced by Matt Mercer.
Who are you anyway?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa.
This unforeseen boy who just happened to be named Yusuke. I totally guessed his name. I have psychic powers.
Become an artist.
Huh? Do you mean that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day?
The very same.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super...
How convenient. We ought to be looking for someone named Madarame. Maybe they're related.
But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Yusuke.
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Madarame Sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow. I'll
A
be there to
depart.
help out on opening
Do
day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give
what?
me your
A
answer.
department store is doing an art exhibition?
You have no interest in the fine
Is
arts,
that a
I'll
thing?
give you tickets too.
I've never heard of that. I'll be honest, I was reading something else for a moment.
There tomorrow.
And, okay. I think I'm just confused.
That guy's as easy to read as a book. You're not planning on going, are ya?
Why not? It's
I
famous.
think I will.
It's famous art. Why wouldn't you?
But look at the time. I'll see you later.
Oh yeah, right. We have tests.
How dare he go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
Shut it, cat. It's not that big of a deal.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth. So
A lot of things happen by
what I want to
chance.
know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But he'd been covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time?
Mad skills. Haven't you been listening? Talking cats.
This metaverse business again? Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've
Isn't the metaverse like that crypto thing that's going on right now? Isn't that what they call it?
Mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident.
I have to look up so much stuff today.
Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too.
Yeah, it
Are
is.
you related to those as well?
Sure. When did this game come out? It came out like a couple years ago. I'm not gonna answer that for right now.
I see. Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's
You might
case.
think the the metaverse. Joker's like, you might think the metaverse is ridiculous, but it's growing. Mark Zuckerberg's in on it. Dude, NFTs are blowing up right now. He 100% what he's like. Today is the last day of exams. Seems like some of those are kind of tough. Wasn't too bad. Should have got a decent score, right? Okay, I was like, am I actually going to answer questions? Because the way I was cheating, I didn't write the answers for this day on my hand. Finally done with exams. Hey, you gonna go in for counseling? I saw the volleyball guys getting called in. Oh shit, I got that question wrong. I know, right? I feel like I have to protect that teacher. I feel like it's always weird when you pop in on two different conversations and like it just feels like one was interrupted in the middle.
It's over. How about you?
It's over.
Come on, you two need to get your act together.
Anyways, can we stop talking about
Hey, look, Madarame.
Like it or not, they're gonna come back graded next week. Rather than focus on stuff that's over with,
What are you looking at?
the usual site. It's no use. There ain't any useful info. Number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am not letting you send
I'm
us
adjusting my mic.
okay?
My mic was sagging.
I know. Well, why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
Hey, that's my cut.
I want sushi then, or domestic raised eel.
We don't have that much left.
I mean, you can get some cheap
Where
sushi.
are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit? Wait, that's tomorrow.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
It's not like that.
We literally should be looking into this Madarame guy. I mean, we were told he was a bad guy. We should at least have some interest, Cat.
Free tickets. Besides,
Yeah.
this could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
See, On gets it.
Madarame, was it?
I'm curious too.
That aside, what should I do about the other two tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
I'll go.
Fine arts, huh?
We have to. We're thieves. We gotta know what kind of art we want to steal.
Well, if everyone's going,
It's settled then.
It should be fun. I just don't mind going to art museums.
Going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature.
But I will admit, I do like going to art museums, but I've never been one to like stay for long. Cause it's like I just want to view it, kind of admire it, and then I move to the next painting.
Okay.
Tomorrow we go to that exhibit with Lady On. I'm curious to know if this Madarame has anything to do with the name we heard in Mementos. If you can't afford to be late tomorrow, you better not go out right now. The metaverse made me think, okay, did anyone see that whole thing with, it was the metaverse shopping experience where it could be like shopping with Walmart, and it was so dumb. This is a random tangent, but like thinking of the metaverse made me think of this. What it was basically you do all your shopping, and that like you'd put on a VR headset, you'd do like shopping in a VR world, you'd go check out, and then you'd go pick it up at the store. In which case, why would I do that? Because I might as well just use Instacart. It just feels. And it was also like the whole time there was this assistant who annoyed the hell out of you. Like, you know how you kind of do Instacart so you can avoid interacting with people? Like, that's kind of a common thing. Just imagine like you had Instacart, but the whole time you were on the phone with someone from the Walmart that you were like Instacarting from. And it was also like, oh, by the way, your car is, the repairs on your car are done. It's like, wait, where is this being done from? Is he just in the store, like, with a VR headset on while his car's out back, and as he shots with stuff, employees just loading it into his car? I don't get it. Anyway, I keep thinking back to what Nakanohara said. Could he have been talking about the famous artist Madarame? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, I want to agree with you, but that last name is rare. Yeah, I mean, you guys ever heard of someone else called Madarame? It's really not common at all. If what we heard is true, Kitagawa-kun is studying under a corrupt teacher. You mean a teacher who treats people like tools. Kitagawa-kun's life is probably pretty terrible. We gotta look into this. Am I allowed to mess with the stuff in my room today? I probably shouldn't have done this because I don't think I have materials. Oh, I have some. I'm going to make a lockpick because I used some in the metaverse, in Mementos. And I'll make one of these. It's good to craft because it means I can get more proficient with stuff.
What's up?
As long as I'm getting more proficient.
yeah.
Eventually I'll be able to dodge the chalk of doom.
Well then.
I haven't been able to work on my guts in a bit, which sucks because I need to get more bold. So I can do something that's possibly illegal. Some kind of cult. Sauce, please! What's this line for? Oh, the exhibition must be opening today. It's really packed. Want to come back another time? I want it, but it's so pricey. I should take out a loan. No, don't do that. I want to see that. Let's go together sometime. I love the random conversations that mix in with the stuff actually relating to what you're doing.
So crowded.
Did anyone else hear a cat?
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, alright?
He's so abundantly clearly out. There he goes.
Came.
Yeah.
He was overly excited.
Really came.
But you
He was so disappointed when
Make
he
sure
looked
that
for
you don't get in
Yuji.
the way of the other visitors.
Wow.
I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw too.
Well, see you guys later.
Well, we just got ditched.
Will Lady Han be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something
You can follow her if you want, Cat.
Are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home?
We should at least have a look around. You should look around, yeah.
Well, we did come all this way and stuff. Which way are we supposed to start?
I don't know, just walk around, look at what there is.
It's that old man from the other day.
We continue
I have a guess that he might be Madarame. Just a thought. Seeing as he was talking to Yusuke and all.
One person. Where in the world does all your inspiration come from?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you
Interesting.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame. My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack.
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still,
Fascinating.
to think we could hear the word shack
But-
coming from the great artist Madarame.
I have heard like some
If you saw it.
some artists do stuff like that, like they can't distance themselves.
Something.
Madarame-san is actually here?
Over there!
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Hey, stop pushing.
What if we wanted to talk to him?
Too many people.
God, I hate people.
We gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, all right?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually, one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special.
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei!
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
I don't know how to put it into words.
That painting in the background, both those paintings in the background are actually really pretty. The
Something from
kind of
the
sunset forest and the
alone is enough to give us
that's just in general. I think that's just a general painting of Mount Fuji.
I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach. But he seems really friendly.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece.
It doesn't look like a frustrated piece. It looks rather calming, if anything. Maybe I just don't understand art, but
This one. Come now, this way.
Hey!
maybe I just don't understand art. Maybe I'm stupid.
That lady totally elbowed me.
Ha!
I remember now.
Wait, what about Han?
Let's not worry about it for now.
Alright.
It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Why'd you leave without me?
It was Ryuji's idea.
All wrong.
He said he didn't care about you.
Huge crowd and anyways, you gotta look at this too.
Who holds their phone like that?
Might be about Madarame.
He looks like he's holding it like disgustingly, like he picked it up out of something
Master
gross.
of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Plagiarizing?
Public?
Think much of it when
I can say word surprise too.
Madarame triggered it. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
I wonder if
Which
Kitano
means
could-
time to start a scandal. Scandal.
I mean,
Damn
he
it.
is a pupil
I
of
can't
his.
talk.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
A man like that doing such a thing? I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this. Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all, starting with mementos?
Yeah, sure, why not?
If we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Oh. Yeah, right.
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, he seemed like such a nice guy.
There's this much overlap. Ain't it pretty much settled? If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
Well, yeah, but is it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info and the address to his sensei's
Oh, cool.
atelier.
He said he lives there, right? Perfect timing. Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Huh? You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
Why not?
We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Aren't you a professional model? Is it really so like surprising if like you're told to model? In any case, we need to find out if that rumor about Madarame is true. If it is, this might just be exactly what we needed. This reminds me, the Home Shine program is here today. Do you want to check out TV? Oh, we can. We can go downstairs. Oh my god, can I go to Shibuya? Will you let me, Kat? I hate you. It's not even raining anymore, so it's not that worth it to study. I don't know, I can check out the home shopping program. Allergy relief pack, two calming masks, cosmetic care gift, aroma machine, omnivitamin. What do those are interesting? How much is that? That's so much. What are the little the gold gifts things are? Words are hard. Hang on, I need to know what these are. Oh, excuse me. What are these? Hang on. I'm not looking it up, you are. Let's see, what... Someone said it's not worth it. I'm gonna go for this then. Oh, they're gifts you can give to other people. Okay, well I'm just gonna buy this for now. If I want to buy gifts for other people, I'll buy them later. No, buy a called in. Yeah, I'd rather just buy the cheaper thing that I can actually use in combat. So those are gifts I can give to people, like to improve my confidant rating. Maybe I should just go, do what I usually do. Just go think in the bathroom. Somewhat close to improving my guts. I wish I had something that could improve my guts here. I wish I could have gone and rented another DVD. Got to put streamer mode on Discord. I'm an idiot. Oh, hey, Discord's actually working right now. Cool. Let's talk to Sojo. Will you let me study?
Now listen up. What do you want to do?
Yeah, might as well.
Make sure you close up.
I'm a shapeshifter. Can I talk? The answer is no, you can't talk. I'm doing work. Sit there quietly. Does it technically count as bad weather? I don't think it is.
Well then.
Yeah, it's only if it's raining.
Okay, let's get started.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Maruki. I'm your school counselor. I'm trying to see something. No, it's not working. Okay. Thanks to school, I can even talk to you outside of counseling now. Joy! I want to talk a little about mental health and perception can affect you. Don't worry, I just want I don't want to stress you out or I don't want to stress you out or anything. Just relax and listen. How do you guys know about the emotional mind?
So,
Nothing at all. See, what's going on in your mind can affect your body pretty significantly. There's proof it can even heal you depending on your outlook. So, Bokkun.
any ideas?
What do we call the phenomenon where believing in a treatment's power is enough to improve your condition? I actually know this one. That's the placebo effect.
This is it.
That's right.
That's one I actually know. I know some things. I don't do I don't get my whole life through my whole life by cheating. I should just stop talking because like it takes away from my smart moment if I keep doing that. Some people specify that placebos don't actually have any curative properties, but if the medicine does nothing chemically, it can affect your perception and help you feel better. On the other hand, if you don't trust the medicine to begin with, it might make you feel even worse. We call that a nocebo. Another interesting fact about placebo effects, even if you know it's a placebo, it can in fact still work on some level. That is a thing. It is possible that stuff like this can still work on a little bit, even if you know that's placebo. Just a little added detail. Maybe I should ask if I can borrow his notes.
Nice going.
I'm a little more learned now. So more connected than we think, so it's important not to push yourself too hard. Remember, your mind needs time to rest too. It's my job to help with that, so come by the nurse's office whenever you're feeling down. Mind affects the body, huh? You think I'll change back to a human if I just believe it hard enough? How does no one notice I have a cat? Like, I really have to ask how no one ever notices this. Modern exhibit is great, you gotta go see it. I've been feeling pretty down lately. Maybe I should go to counseling. You should. Well, you should really go to see a therapist just in general. They can definitely help you with most stuff. I can't say everything, but they can't help you with money trolls. I mean, that's what he said, right? I never knew that art could be so explosive. Have you been to counseling yet? Huh? The modern exhibit? When is that until? Who says it like that? When is that until?
Man, do you
How did two of us get seats? This game is unrealistic.
how I get home from school, you know?
The train is the fastest way to go. Plus, we can bring pets on here.
Hey, who are you calling a pet?
You are a cat.
Quiet. We didn't pay the pet fare.
I'm the one guiding you to your destination. You should be calling me Master.
On's guiding us.
Kitty! Shoot. Is that your pet, mister? I heard it meowing.
It's just a stuffed animal.
Yeah, it's just a toy. It meows when you press on its head.
You heard her. Press on its head.
This is ridiculous.
Time to button mash.
That's so funny.
I think I broke the cat.
I just threw open my mouth.
Oh, seriously?
The next stop is Shibuya. Shibuya.
I have no regrets.
Oh, this is our stop. Well, see you later. Bye-bye.
I know some people are gonna say you should treat cats nicer, but he keeps insisting he's not a cat.
So, which line do we gotta transfer to?
Doesn't look like there are any stations close by to that address. If anything, this is the closest station.
Oh wow.
And we gotta walk the rest of the way? What kind of phantom thief takes the train and then walks to their destination?
The kind of phantom thieves who don't have driver's license.
It's supposedly a shack, but this is the neighborhood he lives in. As expected of a famous artist. Looks like the fastest route is to get to the station square and then go to Central Street. Let's move.
Alright, let's go. Wait, which way is Central Street? I guess we took the Ginza line from school. I just realized that. That's why it was like that. Alright, let's head towards Central Street.
Wait,
I don't see a house. So it's be in the residential area past Central Street. You have to walk a bit though. Okay, let's get going.
Tsukuru Kamashita, former Olympian. Teacher.
Huh, the background here is also painted.
Reason for turning himself in
Is this a common thing? I've just never noticed it.
the human mind doesn't
Am I
change
stupid?
easily.
I mean, I am, but like, I don't need the answer to that.
Temperament. Shujin Academy. Seems doubtful.
I should be paying attention to him, but I'm just paying attention to like his painted plants. I'll have to look at everything. Yeah, this area is this like a still painted background too?
You're at the right address. The door plate does say Madarame.
you ring the bell.
Me?
This place looks out of place even for the neighborhood it's in.
No one
Like,
sneeze or we'll blow this house down, okay?
this is literally just made out of scraps of metal. This place feels unsafe to live in.
Sensei is currently.
It's Takamaki.
I'll be right out.
Dude, keep it in your pants.
Takamaki-san. You two are here as well?
Hey, sorry, but we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing.
I love that. You two are here as well. Like, he was specifically pissed at Ryuji, and then he realized I was here too.
Are you serious?
We read about it online.
This?
He has. That's a sane person laugh.
Preposterous! Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse? He welcomes pupils into his own home. This is no act of violence, it is charity.
Alright.
I'm the one residing here and studying under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt.
You might be lying about it.
That is true.
That is utter rubbish. I
And
had
that you
no
stumbled
man
over it saying it's
since he
rubbish.
took me in and raised me into what you see now. If you continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day.
You really think that?
Yusuke, what's the matter? I heard you yelling.
These people are slandering you with baseless rumors.
Forgive them, Yusuke. They must have heard some bad rumors and came in worry for their friend's safety.
Understood, Sensei.
Well, even I doubt that a cranky old man like myself could be liked by everyone.
That's not what we meant.
I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation. However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down?
You know what? For the sake of the neighbors, we'll be polite and be quiet.
That was discourteous of me. I'm sorry.
You're good, man.
I know. I think you'll be
Oh,
able
excuse
to
me.
believe in Sensei if you saw that painting. It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative piece. It's titled Sayuri.
Sayuri?
This was the painting that inspired me to become an artist.
It's so beautiful.
I don't know all this fine art stuff, but even I can tell that this is impressive.
Yeah, no, see, it's really nice.
I felt the same powerful emotion as when I I saw this painting.
Me?
I wish to pursue beauty like this. And I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider my offer. I'm sorry
Alright,
that
man.
you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist Sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
Those two seem like nice guys, don't they?
Maybe the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is a different person.
Man, right when we thought we found a new target, too.
How's the Metanav?
Oh,
Hey, the app.
was it picking up our conversation? This display. It means that Madarame has a palace too, right?
Gasp.
But why?
Madarame, plagiarism, and then shack, huh? These seem to be the keywords.
For real, though, what the hell's going on? Does an old man like him really have a palace?
I mean, to be fair,
The person's name and the location.
a lot of people like
What's left
can
is
keep
what Madarame mistakes the shack for to
the-
enter his palace.
You mean
my brain just like shut off when I tried to say that sentence.
That's right. Let's try saying some things. They can be random guesses.
It's a bit sudden, though.
why don't we start with castle?
Then what about prison? Ah, what a pain. Jail, warehouse, and guidance.
You already said jail.
Might as well add farm.
Jail is just the same as prison.
Should we come back another time?
A building that's related to artists. If we think from there, what would it be?
You're both idiots. It's a museum.
Beginning navigation. Whoa, really?
In we go.
Hey, when did you activate the nav? You surprised me.
Didn't have much of a choice. I think we just happened to get it right.
What if I hadn't noticed and then wandered off and got caught by an enemy?
Probably would have
Huh.
figured it out once you started walking on two legs.
He has a point.
So
Honestly, it would be shocking if you didn't notice. We're less likely to notice because we can't until we see our own
in a
clothes.
place with minimal cognitive distortion, the differences can be subtle.
Forget that. Look.
Dude, he completely overtook all his neighbors' houses. Like,
Let's go check it out.
all the neighboring houses are just gone. Like that White House that was like right next to it, just
So extravagant.
I don't know why, but just the chain of people that appeared out of nowhere was funny to me.
This is Madarame's?
Well, a palace is a world formed by a mind twisted by desire. Remember Kamoshida's castle?
Madarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though. His exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why would he fantasize about a museum?
Got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either.
Let's try looking around. Racking our brains here won't do us any good.
Right.
I mean, the best.
Besides, ain't a museum a must for Phantom Thieves?
Yeah, we robbed a castle. Let's. Yeah, definitely. Let's do it. Ah, we.
That's our Joker. I feel the
I
same.
actually get to be like the Phantom Thief Arsene.
That insane crowd.
I actually get to be Arsene Lupin.
Yes.
It's time to begin our infiltration. We're gonna have to go in that gigantic line. Don't be stupid. We're not going in the front door. But there's a high wall around the building.
Shall we go?
We'll have to find a way up over it then. In any case, let's get going. Wow, he even has a parking lot out here. Say what you will about Madarame's distortion, how it like destroyed a bunch of houses. At the very least, he makes sure there's parking for the fake people that are coming to see his exhibit. Found a way in. This is really how he thinks of that rundown shack. It's overwhelmingly shiny. It's very gaudy, if I do say so. It's just not hitting me that this is that old guy's palace. That's why we're here, right? Come on, let's go check it out. Oh, there's a shadow over there. Probably manning the ticket stand. Surprised no one's here. In fact, I have to keep a lookout for the patrons of this museum. Ooh, a sooty kettle. Can I jump on this? No, I can't. Figured it was worth a shot. If you think I'm not gonna steal this, you're wrong. Hey, there's a shadow down there. Can't listen down them? Nah, I can't. Oh, I can jump up here. These are like... Hey, more stuff to steal. Look, guys, we're already doing it. We're already robbing a museum.
Hey,
Ooh, the sky's open. I think we can get in here. But it's a pretty far drop. Will we be able to get back out this way? Don't worry, I have a rope. I'm a tool specialist after all. Cigar Joker, want inside? Let's do this. And no one will ever notice that rope.
How suspicious.
It's quiet in here, almost eerily so. Hey, this... It's moving. Come on, one of the palace. That ain't anything to be freaking out over. The palace reflects its ruler's heart. May want to check these paintings out. First things first. It's a good thing that wasn't... That's a student. Hey, there's some kind of explanation here. Let me see. Someone's name and age. What the hell? This can't be the title of the painting, right? Do you think it's the artist's name? Let's check the other paintings too. I think there might be something important about them.
Hey.
We are looking at the...
Hey.
Am I supposed to not look at this painting? Do you want me to go into the next room?
hey.
Another. It's got a name and age on the plaque.
I have something.
Those seem bad. These?
Hey, this doesn't make any sense. Madarame is famous for having a variety of art styles, but all the portraits on display here look the same. This is way different from what was at the...
Wait a sec. Ain't this that guy we saw in the...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the fact that he's the one person that had face. I thought the lack of face was like a stylistic choice.
Painting of him in here. And more important, why is his name written under it?
You're right. Doesn't art usually have, like, the title of the piece or the artist's name?
This is quite the mystery. Alright, let's keep looking around for now.
I thought that all of them were going to lack faces, like, as a style thing. Like, because, oh, this is like how he, well, we'll just move forward for now, but, like that familiar face. What? No way.
Hey, isn't this a painting of that guy?
It says Yusuke Kitagawa. There's no mistaking it.
Huh? Wait a second. What do you think these paintings are?
Modernized pupils. I knew that already.
You're right.
For real? All of them? But it was only Yusuke when we went to his place before.
He's an old man.
Include former pupils as well. Only one remains now. Taking into account what that Nakanohara guy said earlier, things are getting clearer. Alright, let's keep investigating. We need something to further confirm our deductions.
Yeah, so because these are his pupils, I honestly just thought he saw his pupils as being faceless. And that's why it was like that. But no. Ooh, hey. You always gotta grab a brochure when you... This is a very empty museum for how long the line was outside. We need to investigate, so we should check everything that catches our attention.
Alright.
I'll take the brochure. This is getting way too detailed for a freaking palace. Why you bother making something like this? Oh, there's a museum guy in here. Let's take it with us.
Oh yeah!
It shows the location of the treasure. There's a possibility. At the very least, it should be a good reference for the scale of this place. Map only shows half the museum. What kind of crappy museum are you running here that you only show half of it on the on your pamphlet? I see. It says 1 out of 2. Then 2 out of 2's gotta be around here somewhere, right? Just how big is this place? We can worry about that another time. Right now, our objective is confirming Madarame's cognition. God, yes. We have to reconsider our plan to find out what we find. And he's got a palace. Sees where he sketched to me. Alright, first things first. There's 2 chests here. This is why I wanted to make sure I brought lockpicks. A lunar cutlass. That has to be better than whatever is equipped to Morgana right now. Alright, what's in here? A straw doll. I don't know what that does. That, I don't know why, but just with the text over it, that specifically looks straight out of JoJo. Oh, this is cool. Huh.
Look at this.
The Infinite Spring? A conglomerate work of art that the great director Madarame created with his own funds. These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives. Those who cannot do so have no worth living? Hey, this is most likely about the
God, that got
plagiarism,
dark.
Damn it! What a phony geezer!
In other words, his pupils are his property. He doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true. He's stealing the ideas from talented students in exchange for securing their livelihood. I wondered about those portraits on display. They must all be his pupils through his cognition. This even says that they have no worth. Couldn't this be about the abuse? Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him. But the moment they're not...
He's treating them like slaves or tools.
Why is Yusuke keeping quiet about this? He's got no reason to cover this up.
He did say that he owes Madarame his life for being taken in.
But still,
When we were at the exhibit, I praised one of the pieces on display. But Kitagawa-kun acted strange. Maybe that piece was plagiarized too.
Probably his
what's
then.
the call? Ain't this enough to target Madarame?
Let's do this.
That's what I'm talking about?
Dude, we're still...
Hold on, you two. We should confirm these facts with Yusuke once more.
Confirm what, though?
Hey, we went inside your master's brain and saw that he only sees you as a painting on the wall.
Pain in the ass.
Besides, there's too much we don't know about Madarame yet.
You're right. I'll try contacting Kitagawa-kun. I might be able to get the truth out of him if I accept his modeling offer.
Wait, you're gonna do that?
Why not? It will at least get him...
Okay? I'm scared to
It'll at least get us close to him so we can ask him some questions.
Renowned artist, huh? Oh, this might be tougher than Kamoshida. Well, we'll just prep ourselves until we get confirmation from Yusuke. This is our first mission as real Phantom Thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
Yeah, we got it. Let's good goddamn do this. The reason why Yusuke is hiding the truth, huh? Beep, 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 beep. Would you really forgive someone unconditionally if you owe your life to them? I can totally imagine someone doing that without even hesitating. I'm not so sure anymore. Like, I know that if you like truly believe you owe your life to someone, you're willing to like just forgive them for anything. What are you bringing this up for? According to Kitagawa-kun, Madarame isn't a problem. What do you mean? Something wrong? I know Madarame. I'm sorry, but the fact that the other option for what I could have said was something wrong, and then Ryuji Raz said something wrong, made it seem like the other option was totally pointless. I mean, I know Madarame is a bad person, but still, maybe I'm so hesitant because I haven't actually met any of his victims. And I guess that's what totally Well, I guess that part's so different from what happened with Kamoshida. This might be a streamline of thinking, but if an evil person isn't causing any trouble now, is there really a point in us stepping in? Well, you got a point. So we're gonna let Yusuke decide if Madarame's worth going after or not. I don't know. If it were me, I'd never forgive that bastard. Can you ask Yusuke on? KK, got it. Because you're gonna talk to him more about this after that. Okay, it's me and Shibuya after school tomorrow. Can I? Alright, I got a package. Let me guess, I'm not gonna be able to go out. I actually wanted to go out. I still have this stupid DVD, don't I?
Well then.
I'm annoyed. Pee.
Hey, it's me.
Who? Could you imagine?
Madarame, but what On said made me think. To Yusuke, are we just a bunch of thugs?
I don't know. He probably just sees us as...
You don't know either, huh?
He might see us as,
Pisses me off just thinking about it. Good people have to put up with so much crap while shitty adults do whatever they want. Makes me sick.
So according to this game, adults are terrible and only trust teenagers. We'll take them down.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell On I called you, by the way. Seriously. Well, see you tomorrow.
See ya. Just gonna call on real quick. Can you prove they're fake? Dude, yes, but can you prove we're real? Alright, I contacted Kitagawa-kun about modeling for him. Still waiting for his response. Thanks. I really have no idea what I'm supposed to do as an art model, though. Just cover yourself in paint? Can you at least try to take this seriously? Never! Look, you don't gotta go all out for this. You're only doing it so you can get Dura Madarame, remember? That is true. It sounds like Kitagawa-kun wants this to be a private picture of his, though. Well, I guess I'm weirded out by he wants this to be private. He's already been pretty weird around On, if we're being honest. I'm uncomfortable that he wants this to stay private.
I got a response from Kitagawa-kun. He said he wants me to come over after school today.
Perfect. Probably dropped all his plans just to get you over there.
We need to find out from Kitagawa-kun if what we saw in the palace was true.
Hey, quiet down. It's that student council president.
Oh, she's on the way over there. I'd be more concerned if she could hear us from here.
She got hold of Mishima today? It'd suck if she noticed us. Come on, let's split up.
Okay, see you later.
Honestly, I think what would really suck is if she noticed the cat that we're not supposed to have on school grounds.
We finally landed a big target. Come on, let's get some dirt on Madarame.
There are people
Man,
all around us.
Sorry. I was thinking about some things and didn't notice how much time had passed.
thinking about what?
Don't you think Kitagawa-kun has to be protecting Madarame? I mean, they live together, so he'd have to be aware of Madarame's true nature. The only reason I can think of him...
I'll be honest, while they're talking about this, I'm zoning out a little bit because I'm like, I wonder how much of this background is like painted while with them like standing on it, while the rest of it is like actually 3D modeled. This looks for the most part.
Prepared for what? Something seemed different about her to you?
Did she cut her bangs?
Oh, nice eye.
I didn't cut them.
Oh,
Huh.
I can never tell.
Let's get going. We gotta talk to Yusuke.
Kitagawa-kun seemed really happy when I agreed to be his model. Once he finishes drawing and gets a little friendlier, we should bring up Madarame.
I thought it would just be you coming, Takamaki-san.
Wouldn't you get nervous too, if it was just the two of us?
We're here to keep an eye on you, so don't try anything perverted, okay?
Fair enough.
Such odd assumptions. I have absolutely no interest in her as someone of the opposite sex.
You said that in the weirdest way.
Is there a problem?
No,
does Yusuke is gay.
Well then, let's get started.
That pose. She's just doing the thinker pose.
Hey. Kitagawa-kun?
Let him focus. This is how artists art.
You hear her?
He's focused. Have you guys never been so focused on something?
This isn't what we planned. We were gonna catch him off guard and make him spill his beans, weren't we?
How were we supposed to know this was gonna happen? Guess we just.
Because artists.
What an effing pain in the ass.
Perhaps I should try going outside this room.
Don't get caught.
Who do you think you're talking to?
A dumb cat.
Boring. So I'm going to scout around a bit.
Ooh, that's a really nice door.
Weird how flashy that door
Looks like a looks like peacock feathers.
Is there a lock? A door with a hefty lock. What could be in there?
Are you done?
It's no good.
What?
I'm sorry. Am I the problem?
No, not at all. It's just... I'm having trouble staying focused today. I'm sorry.
Aw.
We'll have to resume this another time.
Oh, hell no! How many hours do you think you made us wait?
Ryuji, don't be rude. He's an artist. Stuff like this happens.
We had another reason for seeing you today. We needed to talk to you.
It's about those rumors regarding your sensei.
This again.
That painting I saw at the exhibit. You're the one who actually painted it, right?
That's...
I knew it.
Your sensei seriously messed up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools.
Technically, he just thinks of them as paintings.
Physically beats them. I'll make this clear. There's no point in hiding stuff from us.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You couldn't go against him, could you? I'm sure we can help you out, though.
Stop it.
Look,
It's
we
just
know.
as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork. Don't miss
Yeah, that adds up to what we
offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism. Sensei is simply suffering from artist's block right now.
Dude, still.
Kitagawa-kun.
Then why are you sticking around? All his other pupils ran away. Aren't you the only one left?
What's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me.
You're okay with this.
I'm supporting Sensei as his pupil. Where's the wrong in that?
Is he supporting you?
Never come here again. If you do, I'll sue you for causing a disturbance.
Hold it! We're not done talking here!
I think we are, Ryuji.
Leave me with no choice.
Hey!
I'm reporting you to the police. I asked Takamaki-san to be my model today, but I don't recall ever calling you two here.
What the F, man?
Yuji, stop it!
Yeah, honestly,
Down, okay?
Ryuji, you're the one who makes everything so bad.
I won't report you, but only under one condition.
What's that?
I want you to continue being my model, Takamaki-san.
But you said that it wasn't working out today.
That's because I was unconsciously being modest for your sake. However, I have nothing to worry about anymore. If you're willing to bear everything to me, I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever.
What?
This the way he phrased that was so weird.
To think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model. Of course, you two won't be allowed in, and I ask that you forget about our discussion today as well. If I don't submit a new piece to Sensei soon, there will be some inconveniences.
Nude? Meaning it'll be without any clothes, right? Why are things suddenly escalating like that?
because those are my terms.
But that's... Wait, ain't that bad?
Sensei is out during the afternoon while the art exhibit is on, so I can use this place freely. I should buy more art supplies.
Will you give me a second here?
Of course. I'm willing to wait. I'll make time according to your plans. But please come before the exhibit ends.
No,
Oh.
that's not what I mean. Why are you not listening?
She actually looks very cute when she blushes. It's very bad that's under these extremely weird circumstances, and I feel very bad for her.
No, no, no. We are not done talking here.
Hey, what should we do?
We have to leave.
Yeah, damn it. You got us good this time.
Don't give up so easily.
Is she done being a model?
A cat?
No cats here.
Moron.
I just love the idea that randomly, like, they just hear cat.
He's totally out of his mind. I'm gonna have to pose nude if this keeps up.
How dare that, Yusuke?
The way he said it, it's not gonna be semi, but full on nude.
Th-
Full nudity? Lady Ann's gonna...
Don't finish that sentence, cat.
You know, you won't have to worry about that if we make Madarame confess before the exhibit ends.
But Kitagawa-kun thinks he owes his life to him. Is there a need to make Madarame confess?
Then, Lady Ann, you're fine with bearing it all?
I am not!
Madarame's no different from Kamoshida. That asshole's using Yusuke who doesn't have parents. You're telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated horribly like the other pupils?
No. It is frustrating to leave this alone, even if Kitagawa-kun is fine with it himself.
You can't leave it be because you've endured a lot yourself. With Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Anyways, we gotta go after this guy. Madarame's the kind of target we've been waiting for. Let's help Yusuke come to his senses too.
We're gonna be famous by beating up a famous guy.
We need to look into Madarame first.
There might be tons more stuff that hasn't been exposed yet too.
It may become easier for us to investigate his palace if he's preoccupied with his exhibit.
Also, there's the thing about me modeling.
Oh yeah, that too.
Kitagawa-kun said there'd be inconveniences unless he submits a new piece. Maybe that's going to be announced soon as Madarame's next work.
Does that mean the whole country's gonna see you nude?
Not necessarily. I mean, we can stop it.
Oh yeah, it might not show your face.
That doesn't make me feel any better about it.
We must deal with Madarame, no matter what.
I mean, it's still like,
Let's start after school tomorrow.
it would still be horribly weird if, like, there was a huge public display of yourself out there.
Like place in Shibuya would work.
Like, even if it's like not, even if your face isn't in it,
Periodically, huh?
it's still weird.
I don't mind backing.
At least I can imagine. I can't speak from experience. This might come as a shock, but I have not modeled nude.
Kids for a sec?
Huh?
From the looks of things, you don't seem like the ordinary stalking fans. Oh, sorry. I should have been more clear. I'm actually looking for people that know Madarame's pupils. There's this painting that was supposedly stolen in the past. But there's this rumor that it was taken by one of his pupils in retaliation for being abused. Have you heard
Ooh.
anything about that?
Fascinating. Ryuji knows.
Me? I don't know nothing.
I see. There's no case unless there's a victim, and if there's no proof of abuse, I can't write either. Looks like I'm back to square one. Sorry for taking your time.
That's cool.
I'm a journalist. If you ever get any leads, mind contacting me here? See you then.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll just met. Ryuji knows everything.
Home for today.
How many times have I thrown Ryuji under the bus in some way? Because I know it's been more than once. What if I still can't forgive him? Demanding to paint Lady on nude, then claiming to report us to the police? Yeah, that is a very weird... That is...
Hey, it's me. Got a minute? I have some interesting news. Someone who received a change of heart contacted me on the fan site.
Oh, sick.
Said he wants to meet with you to discuss another person who needs a change of heart.
Why me?
You're better off talking to him in person if you want specifics. All I know is his target is a terrible person. And that it might complicate things if he posted the name online.
Interesting.
I'll wait for you at Shibuya Station after school. The guy's name is Nakanohara.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Nohara. That's Madarame's student.
I told him to approach you.
Okay.
Good luck.
I'm a shapeshifter. I found out something insane about Madarame. It sounds like a student of his often self when he couldn't speak up about Mari still at work. There's just a lot of stuff you cannot joke about in this game. That's unforgivable. Journalist was looking into Madarame too. It could be real. Someone died though. No one's talking about it. I bet it was covered up. What if Katagawa-kun has heard anything? It would be great if you could help us out. Isn't that asking a bit much? After he's probably going to be on edge about us. Anyway, Madarame is still a piece of crap. Let's meet up tomorrow. It'll be our first time at the new hideout. It's that passageway in Shibuya, right? Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Shouldn't we get...
Ryuji just spoke of is true. There have to be other victims.
Shouldn't we find a hideout that's more, you know, hidey? Can I finally leave and do stuff outside of this? Can I do stuff outside this building? Will it let me leave? I'm going stir crazy in this video game.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, sure. Might as well boost my knowledge. I can't leave. There's only so much I can do in this place.
Wow.
If I go to bed, it's just a waste of time. I know, I'm a genius. I wear glasses, and they're not just to make me look smart. Even though it's actually like canon that Joker doesn't need glasses, he just wears them. I know it's... So I know that's a thing some people get upset about. Are you one of... Who here is like one of the people that gets upset when people like wear glasses who don't need glasses? Don't forget, from today on, our hideout's going to be in Shibuya Passageway. Although it reminds me, Mishima and Nakanohara should be in Shibuya too. I still don't have free reign of what I do.
We're about to head to the hideout too.
Oh, neat.
Who's that?
Excuse me.
That's Nakanohara.
Ignore the cat.
Mishima told us to meet him here in Shibuya today.
Just could you imagine if I just like was talking to the cat as if I like we full on acknowledge that we can understand the cat while having a conversation with this guy?
For real?
Like that.
My name is Nakanohara.
He like the cat just goes "Meow," and and Ryu just goes for real, and then that's what the little pause is at the start because it's just like dot dot dot. My name's Nakanohara.
Natsuhiko Nakanohara. The one who was posted about on the Phantom Aficionado website.
He seems pretty nice. Doesn't seem like the stalker type.
Mostly because we made him stop being a stalker.
The administrator of that website contacted me. They told me to look for someone in a Shujin uniform with a cat.
He sold out my cat?
What do you want?
I feel like everyone just knows about the cat, but they just don't care.
There's someone I wish to trigger a change of heart in. An artist by the name of Madarame.
You think this is it? Is the pupil gonna confess his master's secrets?
His shadow did mention Madarame as well.
I'm one of Madarame's former pupils. He gave me lodging at his home, where I thought only about art.
I genuinely wanted to be an artist. There was another pupil as well. A very talented man, multiple years my senior. Obviously, Madarame kept tabs on him. Everything he made was claimed as a Madarame original. He wasn't the only victim, though.
Right. We got some real proof of the plagiarism.
Oh,
In
nice.
response to Madarame's actions, that senior pupil committed suicide.
Suicide?
He must have been unable to bear seeing his work praised under Madarame's name. That was when I disobeyed Madarame's orders and left, but he quickly pressured other parts of the art world, and my life as a painter was destroyed. I tried to turn over a new leaf, working at a ward office, but it was no use. My attachment to art warped my emotions. Soon I began getting attached to everything. In the end, I even turned into a stalker. I'd like to ask again, please, make Madarame have a change of heart. Not only for me.
So basically, he knows we're the Phantom Thieves at this point. Saved their life.
Even now, there's still one young man remaining under Madarame's tutelage. I think he's about your age.
That has to be Yusuke.
Not only is he a
Why are you all so
talented
shocked?
artist, he also owes Madarame for taking an
You knew it was Yusuke.
He is the perfect target.
So Yusuke's got no choice but to listen.
I actually spoke to him a few times back when I was still living at Madarame's. I asked him if he found it painful to stay with Madarame. And you know what he said? If I could leave, I would.
Oh.
Kitagawa-kun.
I have no right to say this given my prior cowardice, but I don't want to see another suicide. I'd like to find a way to save this young man. He has a bright future ahead of him. Please consider that when thinking about changing Madarame's heart.
Well, I'm gonna go punch an old man.
We've been asked to act directly on behalf of one of Madarame's victims. It sounds like we don't have the time to deliberate whether or not to change Madarame's heart.
Alright, all in agreement? Let's save Yusuke! He's gonna...
Hell yeah. Madarame's just a piece of shit who preys on the weak.
He's gonna become a new friend.
I'll never let something like that happen. Plus, we finally got to hear how Kitagawa-kun really feels.
Well, since we've reached a unanimous decision, how about we continue this at our new hideout?
A very obvious in plain sight hideout.
Fellow thieves, welcome to our new hideout.
There's a person walking right there.
Madarame. We all saw that palace.
And there.
Pay dearly if we assume it's just going to be like the last one. And furthermore, Lady Ann's chastity is on the line.
Okay, you make it sound like he's going to do worse stuff than just nude painting, dude.
First, we secure an infiltration
Like,
route in the palace. After that, send out calling.
we all know what chastity implies here. You're implying that worse stuff is going to happen than just the painting. I want that.
Madarame doesn't know that
Like,
we're
calm
doing
down, cat.
yet. Why are we already getting treated like criminals in there?
You're learning, Ryuji. Well done. It must be because he doesn't trust anyone. Any unknown person may as well be an enemy.
Or maybe he's just super salty from all those rumors that have been spreading about him.
It's also possible that because we started that, because we came to his place talking about the rumors, he just doesn't trust us specifically.
On our best behavior.
That's honestly the most likely option here. Thinking about it.
Increase the security level.
We need to be careful of Kitagawa-kun this time too. I'm sure that whatever
Why do we need to worry about him? He's just a painting.
Hey,
That was kind of
what
messed
is
up. I feel bad.
Madarame's treasure going to look like anyway? Another crown?
I doubt that, but my sixth sense will know when I see it.
Oh yeah, you go completely nuts, huh?
Yeah, you treat it like catnip.
When the exhibit ends, right? That means June 5th.
We'll carry out the plan after we've sent out the calling card. So our infiltration route will need to be set in stone 2 days prior on June 2nd.
Now listen here. We can't mess this up, no matter what. Okay?
Alright, let's do this.
Okay.
Alright, the first job for Phantom Bros. I forgot I knew it, but I forgot they would actually say it. So let's make sure we do it right. Come on, it's time to get this mission started. Your mission to change Madarame's heart has begun. You You must steal his treasure by the deadline. I love the mission start things. In case you encounter palace obstacles that are impassable and require interacting with target in the real world. You'll need to leave the palace to find an obstruction, enter palaces quickly to find obstacles, and triumph over challenges before the deadline. So we got 18 days. Alright, so let's go to Mementos. No, okay. Let's just infiltrate the palace. It's not like we have much to do out here. Sure, I know this, but the first thing we need to do is secure an infiltration route. Yeah, then we send the calling card. Yeah, we know the drill. Let's get the... Let's get... Yeah, I already saw it.
Come inside.
A master would like a word with you. Come in. Guys, so cool. We enter the velvet room. Oh, that's not... So you've come. Your rehabilitation seems to be going smoothly. Thanks to you.
Excellent. I expect no less.
Okay, it's so funny that that voice line play... That was just one of the generic voice lines that plays. It's so funny that play with that. At that point, you might as well just add the text on there. I've prepared a special gift for you. I must reward such exemplary conduct. Use this power well. Persona a specific trait, each of which has a different effect. Some may decrease the cost of a skill or increase the power of a specific attribute. There are various benefits associated with using a Persona's trait in battle. Be sure to take into account which actions will best utilize the trait. Cool. Our master is extending incredible kindness. Shed tears of joy, inmate. Your personas are born from the mass of your heart. They come in all manner of shapes and sizes. You must master the inner workings of each persona. Draw its power. Excuse me. Just imagine he does a small burp. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Do that, and they will surely be of great use to you on your journey to rehabilitation. If you have other business, you may tend to it now. I actually kind of want to see what I can fuse real quick. Alright, so let's create new personas. Let's see, we can go to level 13, so let's take our succubus. We can get Jack Frost.
You okay with this?
You're dead wrong if you think I'm not making one.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Yeah, so we can... Traits are capable of being inherited during fusion. Should you take use of this properly, you could very well conclude with a 9-style persona. However, some special traits cannot be inherited. In any case, only one trait can be inherited during fusion, so choose carefully. Strengthen physical skills. He doesn't have any physical skills, so that would be useless. Increases chance of inflicting ailments after baton pass. Not bad. That one. We'll take Garu. Hang on. Back. Do I want a physical attack? I'm gonna take Dormina, actually. What did I even combine? Oh, him. The succubus looks bored. Like, oh, am I dying? Oh, just gotta skip this. Hee-ho! I'm Jack Frost, ho! I know I'm just a mask, but take good care of me, hee-ho! The old magician's confidant. Let me look at this angel. Jesus. What about Saki Mitama? No. Kodama? Let's look at the slime, because that's our next lowest. Let me see what these ones will look like.
But not impressive. Not terrible, but not impressive. You okay with this?
Whoa, it can inherit a lot of skills. I did just get rid of something with Garu. It could be helpful having something with that. What would I be losing with this? I'd be losing my slime, my Sakimitama. I got something with Bufu, but yeah, I think I'll get rid of it.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Okay, strength of the magic skills target one foe by 20%, decreases chance of being inflicted by elements. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna take Agi. That might be good. High chance of fear. I might need another Bufu. I do have Jackful. I think I'll take this actually. Then I think I'll take Evil Touch.
Its power will be nothing unusual.
Let's go ahead.
Now for a rebirth.
I think we'll leave it at that for now. I'll agree to be your new master, so don't work me that hard, you hear? I also just need room for whatever new shadows we're gonna encounter so we can get new personas. I think 3 will...
Finished? Are you finished?
I think 3 open slots should be good. I want to go back.
No slacking off.
I'm sure it's something a lot of prisoners would say, but I'm the only prisoner who actually gets to do it.
Hey. Come on.
What are you standing around for? Get with the program, alright? You're a vital member of the team here. Look, sometimes I just have to stay off at space and think of... You know, I'm not going to finish that sentence because I don't think...
Yes.
Oh crap, my battery's low. It's not dead yet, so... Hopefully soon I'll be able to actually, like, go and get stuff. Oops. Break that. It's been so long since I've been able to go to stores. Alright, let's break as much stuff. We're definitely gonna spend it. I think I'm gonna spend more time in the palace this time around. I feel like I didn't spend enough time last time. That looks bad. Is there another way out of here? Climb up here.
I can feel it.
Looks like this is the only way out of the room. So, you're gonna make me run through the security lasers, huh? Hold on, Joker. It's infrared laser device. We touch it, security will increase. Hold on, there wasn't anything like this last time, though. Doing might slowly be making Madarame become more wary of us. Joker, they're not easy to see, but you should be able to do it with your skills. Be careful. Pressing X. All done by holding X to the approach. Remember that you can only pass through if there's enough room. Sick. So we can't pass through there. Oh yeah, first fight, new palace. Let's do this. He's had so many pupils. Night Walking Warrior. Let's try our new personas. Let's give Jack Frost a time in the Live Mice. See what he does. Nothing. He does nothing. They're weak to wind.
So scary how good I am.
Well.
Don't move now.
Alright, let's talk. Lend me your power. If that's the case, then let's talk. I want to know what kind of person you are.
That one looks pretty gloomy, but don't overthink it. Just go say hi.
Oh, this might be a long shot, but you are the one I serve, right? If so, then you won't. Then won't you? Then won't you overlook this? Let's make a deal. All right. So, all I was speaking, I'll say this: this is a transaction, not a surrender. Hold on. It seems like you may have gotten the wrong idea. I don't hate you. I don't feel that way at all. Then let's hold hands. Psych. Well, that was a waste of my time. I'll just kill this one. Let's knock that one down and take this one out. Okay. It seems I'll just have to get on the next one. That's what happens when you mess up these negotiations.
Okay. Piece of cake.
Alright, just look around for more shadows. Oh, you guys are new. What if you're the same? 100%. Well, let's talk. You want to talk? As if I want to power someone that's super lame. Why do you carry something like that with you anyway? You carry gummy because you think it'll make you more popular with girls? It's for self-improvement. Couldn't you just improve yourself like in your room without bothering other people? Why are you so interested in me anyway? I'll go with you just for today, if there are no strings attached. If it pleases you. You nervous? Well, I didn't expect that. Can't mind me a bit myself. Wait, talking to you might remember something. Sweet. I absorb your soul. Oh. Alright, let's slide under here.
I can feel it.
Secret Agent Joker.
Show me your true form.
Oh man, there's a lot of treasure in here too. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can get these guys, because I messed it up last time. Alright, I got it this time. And if I didn't, well then, oh well. Let's talk. Lend me your power.
It looks so depressed. Go easy on it.
Alright. Ah, he gave me a soul drop. Well, he gave me an item. Eventually I'll get one of these guys as a persona. I still got some experience from it, so hey.
Okay.
Still the treasure while we have a chance. Oh man, I got a crappy portrait. Yes, I'm gonna hang this on my wall. Tin clasp. Tin clasp. Alright, I can make more lockpicks. No one's here. Someone's here. Ooh, she's new. If I had to guess, just based on the fact that she's a water nymph. Yep. Alright.
Poor thing, it looks scared to death.
Excuse me. Learn to read the mood. I've been projecting a don't speak to me aura towards you. But we may never meet again. Perhaps, but you should be more considerate. Leave people alone if they wish to be left alone. Perhaps you may find our kind rather annoying, but you do understand that we are here because of people like you, right? I understand. You have little... Ah, damn it. Oh, I got... Don't move unless you want to get filled with lead. Ah, apologies. My little prank went too far. Why don't we talk about something else? My existence up to this point would be rendered meaningless. But this way of life in the world is all I've ever known. It's not meaningless. Does that mean... Do you mean that? So you can respect me as an equal? Ah, thank God for girl talk. New persona. Steal the mask. Morgana hit the camera.
Okay.
And just like that, we are at 0 alert level. Ah. Okay, that was awesome.
I have something.
Just gonna look around, see what we can steal. Oh man, we got a bad sculpture. That'll go great with my crappy painting. It's a plant bomb. Is there nowhere to hide here? Oh, there we go.
Focus. I'll reveal your true form.
Okay. Alright, so... I'll pass it off to Skull. And he'll take out the Huapo. That was what this guy was called. She was Aspar. Look, there's a lot of these. Alright. Talk to him.
It looks so depressed. Go easy on it.
So, is this how you treat your phone trust? Even after you are utterly defeated? What if I ripped your body apart? What kind of blood would come pouring out? Red. Oh, you'll continue to claim you're a human to the end? Hold on, it seems like you may have gotten the wrong idea. I don't hate you. No, I don't feel that way at all. Is that so? Ah, finally. That's what happens when someone is vastly different from what his appearance would suggest. McCoy! And just like that, we filled up our persona list again.
Your power's incredible, Joker.
I'll head back to the Velvet Room after the next safe room. See what I confuse. For now, everything must die. You better get ready to die. That's on me. That's what I get for not paying attention. We'll be in unknown territory once we go past here, right? That is the idea. Scary will probably get a little more fierce as well. Make sure you don't touch anything or run to his place, alright? I'll steal what I want. What are you looking at me for? You are the most likely... Wow, that is amazing. It's amazing how this guy doesn't have, like, an autistic bone in his body and he just steals work, considering, like, his cognition is extremely artistic. Like, he came up with this. And honestly, none of the portraits of the people, of his students were that bad. Like, granted, I get why they're there, but, like, they weren't, like, bad portraits. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm just saying he probably could have been a good artist if he just tried. Jump. Slide. Safe room. Nice. Alright, let's head back to the museum entrance real quick so I can head back to the Velvet Room. Hang on, guys. I just gotta stay out in the space for a second.
Do you need something?
I like how she just flips through the papers like, pretend to be busy, pretend to be busy. It's totally what she's doing. Somewhat. Regardless, you have yet to attain a truly acceptable number of personas. To help along your... Don't worry, this assignment is not mandatory. Think of it almost as a test of strength. What's this assignment?
No.
Oh, God, I forgot about this. She gotta show us the persona we asked for. Oh, that's too easy to see. It should be a challenge. Done.
Inmate. Farewell.
You're not mandatory free rehabilitation, but you'll be had sleep reward for it. I encourage you to at least try your hand at this. Yeah, we have it. Just sit on the floor.
Specified persona.
Yeah, I did.
Fine, I'll take it.
Wait, no, don't take it.
By the way, your personas are super weak. Not that I'm surprised.
My Jack Frost. She's.
I guess you deserve
I
as
thought she just wanted to see it.
for finishing your penal labor. You might actually complete your rehabilitation. In order to promote that process, we would like to offer you the use of a new facility.
Oh, cool.
It's rare to see you smile, Justine.
She seems like the one more likely to smile.
One, Caroline. Did something happen to make you so joyful? Me?
Ah,
Hey, are you laughing at us?
no. You have a cute smile.
Know your place, inmate.
I'm about to get smacked.
Wardens, we simply feel satisfaction in seeing your rehabilitation progress. That is the extent of it.
My ear itches.
It's upsetting that you would see such a matter as a source of amusement. It's like you forget where you are, inmate. You got some
I'm sorry, it was cute.
that spirit, you should have no trouble making progress. Very well then. If you have the will to continue your penal labor, we can grant you greater freedom within this prison. It is a deal between us, the wardens, and you, the inmate. Not like you have the right to turn it down, though.
You don't get to say no. Sweet, new deal. We can travel for the future for this one, even though technically I shouldn't care about this.
I am thou.
Alright, we're not.
Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the strength persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Sick. So now we have another. We can work on strength personas. La Force. So now I can fuse 3 personas at once.
All right.
Now,
Alright, so what you got next for us?
farewell.
Ame no Uzume. With the skill Fray. Okay. So these are, so in order to bring it up, you have to, so we have to fuse a Suzaku and Barith, is what it says.
You certainly seem composed.
The other option, there's another thing, but we're not going to do that. So for now, let's do Persona Fusion. We can do a group guillotine. We can't do a group guillotine. Damn it, I wanted to help Biker. We can't even begin to hold one of these. Alright. I want to hold on to this Barith. And then we'll look for a Suzaku later. For now, let's see what we can fuse. I get a new Jack Frost. Can I fuse based on... Isn't there a way to fuse based on results? Hey, Name no Azume. Does it have Fray? Has Nocturnal Flash. I'll leave it. For now.
You can't handle this.
Oh, is that too much for me? Oh, yeah, it is. My bad. Oh, and get Kushi Mitama.
You okay with this?
Oh, we have Saki Mitama. We don't have Saki Mitama anymore. I should fuse something. Maybe I should just do this. Let's get Archangel instead. It's a little bit more... Oh, I can't get it. Never mind. Let's do this one.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
Oh. I do kind of want a new Jack Frost. I just like Jack Frost, okay? I'll do this one because I kind of need the Barrett for later. Oh, wait. Do I already... What do you mean I already hold that one? Oh, he's up here. I thought you said you were taking it. Oh, I didn't even realize it was so full.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
I guess I should get the Kushimitama. Has a lot of healing skills.
Skills you'd like to inherit.
Increased damage as a baton pass, rain, snow, pollen warnings, always in effect. That's actually pretty good for like a healing. And I'll take the Garu as well.
Will receive a fraction of power.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
I see.
It would be cool if you could just fuse Saki Mitama and Kushi Mitama into something. Like if you can make one Mitama. But that would make sense. And nothing makes sense in this world. Nice. So that's a good healing persona. What can I do with Angel and... Oh yeah, I can get that Ame no Azume. It doesn't have Frey.
A strong persona indeed.
Does it learn Frey naturally? Yes, I am looking this up. So... Doesn't seem like it does. I am tempted to do this. I think this is for just... Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, here we go. So it starts with Matsuo, Maguru, Media. It will learn Nocturnal Flash. It does not learn Frey normally. Okay. So I think I'll leave this one then. Because if I need to fuse a new one, I won't be able to. Alright, well, I got one more slot. Alright, I'll leave it.
You change your mind. Are you finished? What? It is time, inmate.
I guess the way to do it is, it said Suzaku, and the best way to do it was a Suzaku and a Barrett, I think. Is this for Royal? Yeah, it is. If you're curious, there's straight up a calculator for how these things fuse. Oh, there we go. Wait, where do I get I don't think this one appears here. I'm just like, I'm like, there's so much. I think this, we're not gonna get Suzaku for a while. I'm wasting time. Wait, why am I not just warping? I can go back to the here.
Alright. Now, where do you want to go from here?
Maybe I need to just yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just combine it. Oh, I see. I actually have two of those, I think. Can I check my persona? Yeah, if I combine the Barrett and the Huapo, it should give me the Suzaku. Crap, do I have to go? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Velvet Room. There's so much to do with the fusion. If I can get it now, I should probably get it now because it'll be beneficial. We're officially at the the trying to like do. Okay, let me see something. If I can get the Suzaku now, I'll get the Suzaku now. If I can't, I can't. I can't. Okay, I need to be level 16 for that.
Finished done already? What?
I want to go back.
No slacking off.
So 3 level. So we'll come back here after I level up 3 times. I bump the mic. If we run into it in the wild, we run into it in the wild, and we'll grab it. I know what it looks like at the very least. Why am I still doing this? Alright, after that, take a chance to save. Oh. Alright, I've wasted enough time.
I spotted a shadow, Joker.
By chance, are you Suzaku? Oh, but there are 2 new personas here. Rooftop Lion, we can't kill. We have to kill them. These guys are weak to something weird, I remember. I think they're weak to Garu. No. Gun? Nope. Fire? Nope. Lightning? Well, I got inflicted with shock at the least. Well, I might as well do the Garu on this one. Like that one's down. Oh, he's nuclear. I don't know. I think that means he's weak to a type we don't actually have. Strong against physical attacks. I can try ice. Well, it's frozen. Might as well take advantage of the technical.
Alright. We cleaned up. Let's keep going.
That shadow's bad news.
We'll come back to him another time. He is right on top of me. He is up. Hello, hidden thing. What we got up here?
Oh, what an idea! See it?
Ooh, maybe this is a will seed. That was unfair. Oh, you guys are new.
No weaknesses I can see.
Well, he was leafy, so worth it to try fire.
Looking cool, Joker.
God, it's like I can predict everything this game does. I should really heal. Alright, let's talk to Leafy Old Man. That's your move, so now I guess I'll talk first.
Poor thing, it looks scared to death.
You know, up till now, I did whatever I want. I knew it was gonna catch up to me someday. If you're gonna kill me, do me a solid and make it quick. Aren't you scared? Scared? Nah, I found out you can't please the ladies. That's scary. This is nothing compared to that. Maybe it's a generation yet, but I just can't get what your deal is, Sonny. What the hell are you trying to tell me anyway? Why do we fight? You looking for something like meaning, even in the middle of a fight? Haha, what a coincidence, my son exactly. Yeah, I can't believe it. I remember now. Koropak Guru, I think is how that's pronounced. Either way, he's our new mask.
That's a new one, isn't it?
All right.
A chest!
An Atom Ring. Ooh, that gives us Frey, doesn't it? I should really look at some of the equipment we have. Let's see. I have the Breath Ring. Breathes new life into any outfit. I should actually look at some of these. Innately soothe, resist confused, resist sleep, life bonus, null forget. I think I'll actually do the Atom Ring on you. I think I'll keep the Breeze Ring on you. Do I have better equipment? Not really. Oh, she doesn't even have an accessory. Let's give... You can have the second mate badge. Do I have other outfits for everyone? I don't think so. Nah. If I have any... Nah. Oh well. I tried. Now let's auto recover real quick. The cat's about to die.
It's somewhere.
It's a chest back here.
There's a dangerous one up ahead.
How do I get that chest? Oh, I was probably supposed to go around. That would, in fact, make sense.
I'm getting some bad vibes from this guy. Watch out, Joker.
Alright, let's try this again. This time with a little less failure. Alright, let's mess up less this time. There we go.
A treasure chest!
It's not even locked.
I have something.
Alright, now you can just bail out of here. Okay. I'll just carefully move past that guy. This looks like a shortcut back to the way we came. 100% is. I will take it.
See it.
Plus, it gives me more stuff I can steal. Nice. Steal everything. It's all mine. Oh yeah, there's gonna be so much murder. Dude, I try to fight every enemy. Right now, you're just witnessing a bunch of theft, though. Okay, open this. Beep, beep, beep. Nope. Damn it, ain't opening. Just smash the window, who cares? Ooh, shiny. Let me guess, it's a trap.
Hey, wait a second. You're just gonna ignore that golden sheen?
Cat, it's a trap.
Look at that luster.
Cat, it's a trap.
I know it might be tough to take with us, but don't you think it'd sell for tons?
Cat, it's a trap.
Come on, we didn't come here to... Wait, hold on, you're stepping on something.
Isn't this bad?
Stand back.
Oh no, I tripped the security.
Some thief you are, and you say you're our mentor.
You were the one making us be careful, too. So, what do you want to do? Run out of here?
What? There's lasers everywhere.
Passing through all of these lasers will draw far too many enemies to our location.
Remember, kids, I don't need a lawyer. It's only illegal if you get caught. Yeah, because I was the one who did some sick backflips.
I'm going to need you to search for a way to turn off these infrared... This is a museum, so there has to be some switch to let the workers avoid these lasers. Find it.
There also might be some there's theft, murder, and vandalism. Okay, so I have to find... God, if only the cat wasn't stupid. Alright, I want to avoid fighting the enemies until I have everyone back in my party. Plus, he's a higher level than me, so just avoid fighting him in general. At least for now. Yeah, I know I can ambush him. That's not what I'm trying to do. Not everything's about ambushing Joker. There is a button right there. I'm just gonna go and do a little bip.